Let's go. This is actually one of my favorite things about finishing your chores for the day. You can just kind of sit here. Me with my Pepsi Zero Sugar and my sweet girl Fiona, and just look out across the beautiful pastures and our beautiful yard. And, I can go ahead and answer a question also. I'd asked you guys last week about the idea of letting this grass just grow here and let it cover up all the rock. And you've convinced me to go ahead and invest the time and the energy and the money to get the stuff that's going to kill that and keep the rock. A lot of folks think that it looks really pretty having the distinct color difference from the green to the white rock. But it's a lot of work. But you know what? If you do it right and maintain it, you only have to do it twice a year. And so it's that first time of year to do it now. We'll do it again at the beginning of summer. And that should keep our rock nice and pretty and clean through the rest of the year. So that's coming up soon, friends. Coming up soon. Not today. Today, it's about the time to take the sport mode off and relax a little. I do believe that Stormy is a bit upset that no one will come join her in the pool. Prim's thinking about it. Bucky's has no interest whatsoever. I'm sorry, sweetie, you gotta swim alone. Prim, go love her. Go play. I'm like, I'd rather come to you because I hear that you are the muffin man. Baby, I don't give y'all muffins. Remember, I had to stop doing that. I got in trouble. Remember, I got in so much trouble. Mama got so mad at me for that. So I had to stop. Because you were getting fat. Because, you were getting too fat for muffins. Look out for snakes over there, sweetie. You guys know we saw a snake in there recently. I don't know what kind of snake it was. And I'm not in the going around identifying snake business. But I guess my biggest fear would it be a
venomous
snake, a water moccasin or something. But I'm sure I know what you're gonna say. If you don't bother them, they won't bother you. But you okay, sweetie? You feel better now? Okay. Who's that behind me? Look, I see a shadow right behind me. Well, who has snuck up behind me over here? Hello there, Buckies. Hello there, handsome devil. Hello, you handsome devil. Stuck right up behind me, didn't you? You're not going to go swimming? Jamie's been putting the conditioner in all of their manes. She's gone over today to the other property to do the same thing to the horses over there. I can't wait to see what happens with that little woolly mammoth of ours over there, Gemma. She's a mess, y'all. She is a mess. Can I get some loving, sweetie? Gemma, we love her so much, but my God. I told Jamie something, and she tried to reverse it on me. Now, I was kidding, obviously, but I says, why don't you bring Rita and Gemma over here? You bring Rita and Gemma over here and take all of these sweet babies over there, and I will have the most peaceful and relaxed ranch with wonderful ranch horses. Yes, some ranch horses. You could be a ranch horse, sweetie. You could be a ranch horse, one of which I can ride. And then, like, really ride, not just pony ride like Rita, but really ride. And then Jamie could have two of those, her little firecrackers over here. And those firecrackers could have this entire place ablaze. They would. Those little firecrackers in Rita and Gemma could have this entire 10 acres ablaze in no time. But not me, though. I'd be over there relaxed. I'd be so relaxed with you guys, and it would be the most chill. You could hang out with Roman, and you could meet Val. And Talith is a very handsome fellow, too. Guys, I'm just saying it was an idea that Jamie did not go for. She did not go for the idea. She did not go for that idea at all. She refused to even talk about it. I wonder where Prim's headed off to. Could you imagine, though, Rita and Gemma in the same pasture alone without any calming factors? I wonder why Prim walked off like she's mad. Seriously. I think that she's jealous that I was loving on these guys. And then, did Stormy come out of the water because I was loving on Prim? Listen, guys, they're like sisters. They're like sisters. They fight like sisters. Even though these two are mature enough, you don't actually see fighting. Unlike with, hey, sweetie. Hey, sweet girl. Unlike with Rita, you don't, okay, I won't, love. She's going to get up. I don't want her to get up. Unlike Rita and Gemma, who literally fight. Literally, they fight. These girls, they don't fight like that. They just, well, they don't save much room for Jesus, okay? And you can see it by the way they play with their ears. We're going to have to get a topical spray. You can see what happens over here with the pond. Let me get a little bit closer and I'll show you. So the science behind putting the dye in the water, there's science behind it, friends. It makes it to where the sun rays cannot penetrate to the bottom. And if the bottom of the water is unable to get light, then plants can't grow, right? So the science behind it is the fact that if you don't want to have all of this mess growing all through your pond, then you color your water dark enough in some kind of a shade where sunlight cannot reach the bottom. Because look what happens over here along the edge where the sunlight can reach the bottom. That is a really slimy and nasty algae. Now, granted, if you had turtles, you had fish, and things that would eat at it, that would be one thing. This pond, though, is a fairly new pond, and we don't have things to eat at this yet. So what we can do is come by with a topical spray. You just spray it along the top of your water, and it will take care of all of this kind of stuff that grows here. We don't have a problem out in the middle where it's deep enough and there's no sunlight. But over here, where the sun can get to it, if you're not careful, it'll get out of hand. What's wrong? Why are you walking over here like that far? What's wrong? She wants to be a part of this video so darn bad, I guess. You want to be a part of the video so darn bad? That's cute. Okay. Anyway, that's why we color the pond. And speaking of the devil, looky there. Snake or turtle? You guys name it. Is that a snake or a turtle? You see the head. I do think it's a turtle because I can kind of see the... Well, there it goes. It just went under. Huh. Now, friends, we are free to agree to disagree. But as we stand here and look out across the pasture at Sweet Ivy, I cannot tell you what an amazing story she has, how long she's been with us, and how old she is. She's absolutely a survivor. She's overcome so very much. But, guys, I do believe with her bone infection and the amount of pain that she's living in, I know we're going to disagree. A lot of us will. But guys, I think it's just about time that we call this for her. I think that we have to do the right thing for her and call it. Don't forget, we've had so many vet visits. The last time Dr. Cochran was here, she gave the pain meds. She did took the samples and have them sent in. We know it's not cancer, but it's a bone infection. And all we can do at this point is manage her pain. And I know that you don't see her as much as I do. You know, you see a 10-minute video here and there, and you see her in the videos, you know, along the way. But we watch her all day, every day. And no matter how much time we spend with her and loving on her and grooming her, what we see is her hobbling around from trying to keep up with the horses. She tries so hard because she is in fact a pony. But I'm telling you, friends, that the pain that she's living with is just excruciating. And I've come to the point now where I'm actually trying to convince Jamie, not so much convince as far as, you know, pushing my weight, but just saying that I think it's time that we step in and do the right thing for her. The same way that if I ever find myself in that situation, I hope someone will step in and do the right thing for me. And so pain meds and pain meds and pain meds. But you can just see for yourself, friends. She's not feeling her best. And so it's that age-old dilemma, that age-old question of when do you say it's time? I do believe that every one of you all, at some point in your lifetime, has had to take someone that you love dearly and have them free, have them freed from their pain. And I also feel like that is one of the greatest acts of love that you can do. And I'm sorry, but I just think that it might be time for Ivy. You guys haven't probably seen her walk much this last week or so. You watch her lay just like that. And at some point, once the horses move away, she'll get up and she'll hobble along with them and she'll lay down again. She'll hobble up to eat in the afternoons. She'll hobble over to eat in the mornings. But I do not think that she's living a quality life. I don't think that she's happy. I think that she's just biding her time. And you can carry on to that and ask yourself this question about some of us. How many of us are just sitting there biding our time? We're living to die. And many of us feel like with the pain that we live in and the amount of hurt, we probably wish that someone would come in and be merciful. So I'm not saying that we're going to do that. And I know that this is going to spark all kinds of controversy. But I just feel bad for her, y'all. I'm starting to feel worse and worse for her every day when I see her. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I don't know if she's dead or if she's alive. She'll lay like that for hours upon hours. And I look out and I watch for an ear to twitch. I sometimes have to say her name to see if she moves. And I just feel horrible for her. So please don't hate me for saying what I'm saying. Just understand that you and I come from a very different place. It's possible that you don't believe the things that I believe as far as what to do with a baby towards the end of their days or if they're in great pain and suffering. And there's going to be many who are going to say, well, Lester, what are you going to do to me? Because my knee hurts. Lester, I have pain. I have issues. No, I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just saying that for her, I think at some point it might be time to release her, y'all. Release her to be a pain-free pony who runs along with our other babies across that rainbow bridge. Yeah, it's hard to talk about. It's hard to think about. But we've seen her have, days where she's up and on top of the world, where she sits there and hollers across the pasture at all of her friends, We've seen her try to come running across the pasture. And then we see days like this that turn into weeks of her just laying around, taking her pain meds, but not really seeing much of a difference in her demeanor at all. Unable to walk, unable to graze, unable to do anything but just lay there. I love her. I hate to see her suffer. Well, friends, thank you so much for watching our video. Listen, if you've enjoyed the video, it made you laugh or smile, or if it made you feel, I'm going to ask you politely just to do one little thing before you leave. Just hit that like button. I don't think you understand how important that is, that we stay in the algorithm with YouTube. If we end up losing it all, it's your fault. You know it's going to be your fault if we lose it all. You do know that, right? It's for those of y'all who see the like button and you just ain't going to do it. I ain't going to push it for nothing. I'm just not going to push it. I'm messing with you. Thank y'all for watching. No, we do love you and we appreciate that like button. But if you just can't pull yourself to do it, you know what? We'll just live to fight another day until we can't. Thank y'all for watching. We love you, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.